As winter loosens its quiet grip, the earth begins to breathe again. Soft light spills gently across the waking land, and spring unfolds in quiet wonder. The hedgerows stir, the air softens, and the world begins to glow with new life. Deep within the woodlands, something almost dreamlike appears. Bluebells, rising in their thousands, stretching into endless carpets of violet blue. They sway like a living sea beneath the trees, delicate and untamed, catching the light as it filters through fresh green leaves above. Along the winding paths, they gather quietly on either side and drift into the distance, a sea of color that feels both vast and gently hidden. The air is alive with birdsong, the melodies carried on the breeze, weaving through the stillness and reminding us that the world is waking once more. Beneath our feet, nature offers her quiet abundance. Wild garlic carpets the woodland floor, lush and vibrant, its scent a promise of nourishment freely given. More than a gift of flavor, it is quiet medicine from the earth itself, rich in vitamins A and C, known for its gentle antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, and long valued for supporting the immune system and overall well-being. Its leaves carry the same heart-friendly compound found in cultivated garlic, helping to support healthy blood pressure and circulation while offering a softer, greener taste of spring. For generations, it has been gathered not only for the table, but as a simple, natural way to restore and strengthen the body after winter's stillness. This is the season of renewal, of gathering, of remembering that the land still provides, simple, generous, and alive. In this video, we'll walk together through the spring's awakening, discovering the beauty of these wild gifts, the nourishing benefits, and the timeless ways to preserve them for the months ahead. From forest to kitchen, from fresh harvest to family meals, we'll turn nature's offerings into something lasting, something shared. For me, it's about capturing this fleeting season, sealing it gently into vacuum bags, freezing a little piece of spring to enjoy all year round. So come with me into the fields, into the woods, into the quiet magic of spring. Guys, I've got wild garlic absolutely everywhere, all around me. Lovely. These little beauties. They're about to finish, unfortunately. Hi friends, welcome back in my kitchen. Today we're going to preserve our freshly picked wild garlic two ways. The majority has been bagged into vacuum bags and have gone into the freezer. I have forgotten to film it, but I have 16 bags, i.e. 16 meals in my freezer, to be used with pasta, quiches, or even soups. Here you are seeing me make butter from scratch. It is simply double cream, nothing else. No seed oils, just pure double cream. It literally took 7 minutes for me to make my very own butter. Once the butter is formed, you are left with two products. Buttermilk, as you can see here at the bottom of my container, which I reserve in the fridge for the recipes, like cakes or often for waffles for breakfast for the kids, and butter, always stuck in a whisk. I then gather the butter so that I can get as much buttermilk out of it and reserve it. I then keep pressing the butter until almost all of the buttermilk has come out and the water is almost clear. After that, I still keep pressing it to ensure no drop of water is left to help preserve the butter longer. The more moisture or water there is in it, the quicker it can get moldy, unfortunately. So once all of the moisture is out, I add sea salt. I personally only buy sel de guérande, which is coarse. I need to dry it and grind it, but I add just enough to elevate the butter flavour without actually making it salty. This is my way of making butter for my family and knowing there is no additive, no filler, no seed oils, or even forever chemicals in the packaging. I write the date on it when I'm done and pop it in the fridge. As I use butter in cooking as well as animal fats, I go through easily all of this in a week. I make butter every single week. From a value perspective, it is also much cheaper to make your own, as you will get more for your money. A 600ml tub of double cream costs around £2.90. So for two, just under £5, you get over 700 grams of real butter. For £5 of Kerrygold, for instance, which is real butter but really pricey, you only get 400 grams of butter, as each butter costs up to £2.50 and only weighs 200 grams each. So you can spend £5 of real butter and get 400 grams, or you can buy £5 of double cream and make a profit of 75%, so over 700 grams as opposed to 400 for the same amount of money. It's a no-brainer, right? From a self-sufficiency perspective, it isn't quite the cream from my own cows, but it is a tighter control over my food source. I am still a novice at making butter. I've been making my own butter for about 3, probably even 4 months. I believe it was around about January. My packaging is probably not great, but to be honest, for my family it works. I squeeze as much of the moisture out as I can, and then I try and eyeball the quantity so that they kind of have a similar size, similar shape, and then package it, write the date on it, just so I know when it was made, so I have an idea of how long it's taken me to use up the previous batch that I've made, and pop it in the fridge, and it's ready to go. And you know what's gone in it, and you can adjust the salt or whatever ingredients you want to add to it to your own liking. They also make really cute Christmas presents. Here I am chopping off the bottom leaves or the stalks of the leaves from the wild garlic, simply because I don't want the thick chunky bits in the butter. I just want the soft leaves. But please don't throw the stalks out, because the stalks have got more nutrients than the leaves themselves, so do use them for cooking. But in this instance, I just want the really fine thin leaves. So I cut them really, really small, really thin. I want the tiniest little pieces without it turning into mush. So you could probably use the food processor for this as well, up to a certain extent. But I just didn't want the mush. I didn't want them to turn too mushy, really. There's no other word to describe it, which would, first of all, you would lose the texture of the leaves, the really small pieces of the leaves, but it would also turn the butter green. So that wasn't really my achievement. I just wanted a little bit of salt to elevate the flavor, and add the wild garlic and mix it in, and then you can see the different texture. You can see the butter and you can see where the leaves are. I don't usually use gloves when I'm cooking, I just get my hands dirty. I'm usually hands-on, and at this point my hands have been washed like 1,000 times. So what I do then is I try and turn it into like a really, really thick sausage, because it will make it a lot easier to cut chunks out of it. You can also do that when the butter is frozen. So if you just needed a chunk, let's say just for cooking, or you wanted to put something on a pizza or bread, you can just literally get it out of the freezer. If you've got a really sharp knife, you can actually cut it whatever amount that you need and put it back in the freezer, because this is an amount that I wouldn't be using in the space of 2 or 3 days anyway. Next, we are cooking a dish that I don't know if it has got a name. I'll just call it wild garlic pasta. So what I start by doing, it literally takes me about 15 minutes, however long the pasta takes, to be honest. The sauce itself doesn't require a lot of cooking. So I put the water to boil for the pasta, and whilst I'm doing that, I have chopped the fresh wild garlic leaves. I gently fry them in butter, a lot of butter, and then you can use crème fraîche, Philadelphia. I usually use double cream, whatever you fancy of white, dairy, something. It could even be dairy-free or vegan if you wanted. I have done that in the past. So you just let it gently cook down in the sauce. I then add cheese in the middle of the process. So once the double cream or crème fraîche or Philadelphia cream cheese has melted down, I add cheese, whichever cheese that you prefer. I'm not fussed of anything. And then once this is cooked to a certain texture, once the pasta is almost ready, I take it out about 2-3 minutes before, and I literally take it out the way I'm doing it, like this. Why? Because I want to preserve some of that cooking water that the pasta comes in with. I don't just pull it out, let it drain, and then put it in that in my pan. I literally pull it out with the water it's dripping out of. I drop it into the pan, because you want that water that adds obviously volume to the sauce, but at the same time the starch will thicken the sauce a little bit as well. So if you think, oh, it's gone a little bit runny, I'm not too sure, I'm going to need to add cornstarch or whatever you would normally use, there is no need for it, because as it sits there it will naturally thicken. It's absolutely delicious. You can add whatever other spices you want to it. And I just decorate it with a lovely little flower in the end. Look at this beauty. Absolutely delicious. It's a hit in my house. Bon appétit.